Hi, Vinny. Hey, Proby. Hey, Christian. Hey, Divine. Yeah, I just took a photo of myself first because I realized that when you click on my live, it just shows up as like something so boring. Good evening. Hello, Daniel. Something's really noisy outside. I feel like I might have to go close my balcony door because it's kind of annoying me. I actually have to. Sorry, it's really annoying timing. Just give me 1 sec. Because it's just going to irritate me. Bear with me. 20 seconds. People are so annoying when they play such like loud, obnoxious music when you live in such like tight complexes. Like nobody wants to hear that. I'm gonna close this window too. Irritating. Sorry about that. But if I keep hearing it, I'm gonna get like super annoyed. Sorry, I don't mean to start this off with like me being annoyed. It wasn't playing before. I might have to put headphones on. Hi, Alex. I ate like half a Costco pizza today. It's sitting there. I don't know if you guys can see it. I just brought it back. I'm okay. I was better until I heard the people playing their loud music. I don't like that. My day's okay today. I actually made it wasn't really supposed to be a vlog, but it ended up being kind of like a vlog. We don't have the chicken bake in Canada. We have the pizza. I actually kind of talk about it in the video. So I really wanted to get Costco pizza. So I ended up doing that today and I made a video about it. It was supposed to just be a video of me eating the Costco pizza, but it ended up being like a vlog essentially. Like there's like 20 minutes of me talking before and there's like lots of me talking after, and there's like a solid like 15 minutes of me eating in between. In Edmonton, it is, I can't see the time on my phone. It's about 7. And sorry. Pizza. Rio de Janeiro, beautiful. Hello, Patricia. Yeah, so am I going to spin the basketball again? No, everyone just made fun of how bad I was at it. So I ate like half of the pizza. I'm probably going to have more after. I was supposed to bring some of it home. Hey, Fabian. Yeah, you don't have to. Don't worry about Fabian. My favorite pizza topping, I like good like cheese. But I really like green olives or black olives. I don't really get pizza that often because like I'm cheap. I know pizza's like cheap, but like I'm cheaper. So you know what I just realized? I can totally put in earplugs because I don't have to hear anything. Let me just put in earplugs and then I'm gonna be less annoyed. That'll soothe me. That's stressing me out a lot. It's killing my vibe. Also, that fly from yesterday is still here and it's irritating me also. I've just been kind of like irritated all day because like someone's been in my house for like 3 hours trying to earplugs. Let me put these in. I like get really frustrated when I can hear things. Like it's bad. Like I have like a sensory processing disorder or something. I'm not really sure what it is, but I can't hear when I hear things. It's really stressful. If you watch older videos of mine, you can see earplugs in a lot of my videos. I live in Edmonton, Alberta. Oh, I do not like the sound of hearing my voice with these in. I'm okay. So if you guys see me right now, like playing with my hair a lot and stuff, it's not because I'm trying to be like vain. It's because I'm feeling a little bit like stressed, and it's like calming myself kind of. Like I don't know how to explain it. It's like soothing. Hi Marcia. Because there's some stuff that happened today that like stressed me out. Nothing a big deal. I talk about it in my video. When I upload a video called Costco Pizza, it'll explain it all. But then now it's also like a little bit worse because someone's playing loud music and it's kind of stressing me out. I can't live with somebody because I can't handle noise and other people's like cleaning routines. Like I'm really like stressed about things being in certain places, and I'm not cooperative on other people's ways of living, and it would be really damaging for like my mental health. I'm just thinking about how it's so funny how if somebody didn't know me and they came in on this live, they would be like, what is this woman doing? They'd probably think I'm like so vain that I'm sitting here brushing my hair like this. But it's not like that. It's just like very calming for me. And also because I had curly hair my whole life and I finally got it straightened, it's so nice to be able to run a comb through it like this. I used to always comb my curly hair too. I didn't care. That's why my hair always looked so fluffy. Well, maybe you guys didn't see it on camera, but in real life my hair was always frizzy because I'd comb my curly hair even though I shouldn't. I just liked the way it felt. Yeah, it sucks because my hair was really long. It was like down to here, but because it was curly, it looked really like wizard or witchy. So I cut it off myself, like this much of it a few months ago, right before I decided to get it straightened permanently, and I kind of wish I didn't. In Fabian, in this video, someone asked why I was fidgeting, or in another video, because I feel like I don't really do it in other videos. Yeah, living alone is very comforting for me. It's weird because in videos I always talk about being lonely, but the truth is I actually really like being alone. So it's like very weird because I constantly talk about wanting, like I'm so lonely and I'm so alone. But I also like really prefer being alone, so I don't know what my problem is. Vinny, I don't ever have plans for what I'm gonna do in a live. Also, I just started doing lives again. Thank you, Jay Honey. I appreciate that. I'm gonna take my hat off for a little bit so I can get the good brushing in. Hello. Hey, Mr. Derp. Yeah, it's like, I don't even know if I want friends. Like, I do, but like, I never follow through with friendship anyway. So, does anyone else like love brushing their hair? I brush my hair all the time. I have like hairbrushes everywhere. I am definitely an empath, absolutely. I'm totally gonna do a sushi video, but like I have to, it's expensive to buy sushi, so we'll see. Yeah, Daniel, I'm not doing amazing, but better for sure. Hey, Colin. Yeah, and it would feel better to have someone else brush your hair. I like to watch those videos of people getting their hair brushed. Like, it's so relaxing. I am doing better, but like, on the count of, does everyone know? Don't, no one click like yet. Yeah, I know trust me, when I used to have curly hair and I used to brush it, it would look so bad. And people be like, why is your hair so frizzy? I'm like, cause I brush it and it's curly. Okay, so no one click like. On the count of 3, everybody click like at the same time. But don't click like, don't click thumbs up until I say it. And then all the thumbs up go at the same time. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Thumbs up. It's at 31 right now. I want to see how many of you are doing this properly. Okay. Only one person. Only one person did it. All right then. Okay, nice. I tried. Okay, 10 people did it. It was just delayed. I've tried to do Tai Chi a few years ago because I heard it was like so good for like chronic fatigue syndrome and depression and everything. But apparently you need like a proper like Tai Chi master for it to help. I've tried doing like free and it doesn't work. I have a sister. She's my best friend and she's 2 years older than me. I don't know what temaki is. I only know what sushi is and I love sushi. Z Corp Alpha, thank you so much for the $10 donation. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Get off the internet, spend time with a real person, much healthier long term. I limit my time online. Serious relationship offline. I mean, I spend time with my mom a few times a week, and I do spend some time with people in real life, but only so much. I only have so many people I have relationships in real life. Jeff says that for some reason my day in the life of a depressed person video came across their feed and that it hit them hard and they relate so much. And thank you, Jeff, for saying that. It's always nice to know that like even my videos that have very few views on it, you know, like hit someone and that they relate to it, because that's the whole reason why I'm doing these YouTube videos, is because I always feel so alone in my depression, and to know that someone else might see it and feel a little bit less alone and relate to it is important to me, because I just know what it's like to feel alone in this struggle. Thank you, Ryan. 1970s child. My hair is chemically straightened. My hair is naturally very curly, frizzy, and stuff. Yeah, I love those videos, Colin. Glad to have you here, Ryan. Fluoxetine is okay. Prozac. Fluoxetine is Prozac. Yes, I've taken fluoxetine. Cipralex is Lexapro, or also known as escalazepam. I've taken that as well. Fluoxetine is Prozac. I've taken that. I've taken a lot of antidepressants. Also, if I'm screaming, let me know. I'm wearing earplugs to like, because I don't want to hear anything right now. So if I'm screaming, let me know. I've never had the cone sushi. Watch hours don't give me money. I don't get ads because you guys aren't shown ads while you're watching live, so I don't really get money from doing lives because you guys aren't shown ads. So I mostly just do lives because I just like to like talk to you guys. I do get money when people donate, like what's his name just gave me $10. I can't click on his name, but the user who just gave me $10, I got that money. So, but you guys aren't showing ads, are you? Can anyone answer? But yeah, the only money I get from lives is based on if someone watches my lives after they're live, but I don't get a lot of views on my lives after they're live. So lives give me less money than my regular videos. But I'm not doing it for that. I do it because I really like enjoy it instead of, I don't know, I consider you guys. Oh, my hair is gray, Tango. Yeah, I started graying when I was 16. So my hair is a little bit like, my hair is, because I don't use heat on my hair, And because I just got it chemically straightened, my hair is really healthy. So it kind of looks really greasy, but it's not greasy. So it's kind of hard to like not see that just because I don't use heat on it. So it looks kind of greasy. So to kind of avoid that. But yeah, I have gray hair. So I have especially a lot right here. I kind of have, oh, Justine, thank you so much for the $10. I really appreciate that. It's amazing. Thank you so much. That's so generous. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, someone else just said, yeah, it doesn't show ads. Yeah, I didn't think it shows ads because I never get any money from my lives from ad revenue, just from people who donate. And I've had streams where I've had people, I've only started streaming again recently, but I've had streams where I made nothing, and I've had streams where I made a bit. I don't really do it for that. But yeah, I started graying when I was like 16, just a little bit, and then I started graying a lot more as I got older. I'm 30 now. It kind of looks, my hair looks greasy just because it's so healthy, but it's not greasy. It's just, I don't know, it's annoying. When it was a curly, it never looked greasy because the cuticles lifted. But when I put it this side, you can't really see the gray as much because I don't have a gray, like, I don't know. But no, my hair is definitely gray. But like most people who have gray hair, this part of their hair isn't really gray. So you can see my natural color kind of more here. And there's not really much gray right on the bottom half. Just little pieces. Almost anyone who has gray has the same thing. Their bottom part right here. I have TikTok. It's Alina Pumpkin. I guess I guess I do have a little bit of gray, but you see how on the top here there's like lots of gray, and then if you go in these bottom layers, there's like almost like no gray. And that's not just me, that's like anyone who has gray hair. These bottom layers almost never have gray hair, just like one or two. I never did the drug dean test, no. Glad to have you here in 1970. Appreciate the compliments. My gray hair didn't look very good when it was curly because my curly hair was like really dry. And you know how if you have curly hair, you know how it looks kind of like frizzy and stuff. Now that it's chemically, I mean, it's a little bit like I need to wash it. I haven't washed it in like 2 days, but it just looks like streaks, kind of like highlights. But when it was gray, I mean curly, it just looked like frizzy. I have OCD. I don't talk about it a lot because my OCD is very bad. I really appreciate you, Justine. Thank you so much. Yes, my curls are type 3A. That's what I would call them. As a white person, they'd be called type 3A, but I know African American or African people, they have a different criteria of what 3A is. But why do I look high? Probably because I'm always tired and my eyes are kind of downturned. So my eyes kind of just look drowsy, maybe. My eyes always feel like a bit of a heavy feeling, like they're always weighed down on my face. Yeah, I can't talk about my OCD. It's weird because a lot of people, I always try and say here and there in my videos, if you watch enough of them, I'll say like, I struggle with OCD, but I don't talk about my OCD because it's so bad that I can't talk about it. No kids. I don't want kids. Yeah, scam bait. Yeah. My eyes almost always feel like they're high too. Like they just are, because I'm chronically fatigued all the time. I feel like I can barely keep them up. It's almost like I feel like I've been in the sun all day and stuff, which I haven't. I'm good, Eva. Yes, Justine. You know how I explain it, Justine? How I try to explain chronic fatigue to people? I don't bother because I don't care to explain to people, but I explain, try to explain it. I say, like, do you know when you have to go on a vacation and you have to wake up at like 3 a.m. and then you feel like sick all day and like you feel like not good and like you feel like really bad all day? I explain it kind of feels kind of like that, but that's not really how it feels, but like I don't know how else to describe it. But yeah, it's chronic fatigue isn't the same thing as feeling sleep deprived. It's like a different feeling. It's not the same. It's undescribable to a regular person. So I've given up trying to describe it because it's not their fault. They don't understand it because it's not something that the average person experiences. Yeah, I used to have like issues with psychosis and stuff, but I don't like talking about it. Yeah, Justine, like I was saying, when I went to Italy 2 years, I slept most of the time. And it's like embarrassing too, because people notice and they're like, are you okay? And you're like, not really. And then they want to like help you. And then they're like, have you got your vitamins checked? Like, what are you eating? And they like ask you stuff and you're like, you think I don't know? It's like, I really always like, I appreciate when people like in the comments, like say things to me that are like, they ask like, what my diet is like, or like my vitamins, because they're looking out for me. And like I'm so grateful that like people care about me in that way. But it's like I've been having these issues for so long. Like you don't think that I haven't thought about those things. I get it though, because there's some uneducated people out there that like don't know. And like, but it's like maybe they're not watching my videos, maybe they just watched one video. I'm like, can you not tell that I'm like, do I not come off as intelligent enough? I don't know. Do I not come off as intelligent? I assume I come off as intelligent enough to think, to try and like look into my nutrition and my diet and those things. But I'm not ungrateful, because sometimes people do say things and I'm like, you know what? Like people have brought up things that I'm like, maybe I should give it a second chance, you know? Or you hear it enough and you're like, well, I'll look into it again for the 15th time. But at the end of the day, it's like, yeah, I've tried that before. Like, come on. Thanks, 1970. Yeah, Justine, I started taking iron supplements, but it's like, it's not going to cure me. Like, it has maybe helped a little bit. I don't know. But there's more going on than just my low iron. There's more to it than that. Harold says that they think depression is, or Harold, I don't know how you pronounce that, says they think depression is more common than you think. I agree. I just don't think it's to the level that mine is, like where it's like crippling. You know what I mean? Not like comparison, but yeah, Ryan, exactly. It's like it's not their fault. It's because they don't like have those issues, so they don't get it. Like they mean well, like they do. So it's, I get it. Some like, what else are they supposed to say? They want to help, so they're just trying to help. Yeah, OCD is awful, 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 awful. I like I said, I can't even speak about it because I just can't even go there. I'm half Italian, half a bunch of like white European. Mom Bear asks if I was diagnosed with POTS, and if so, like what was the root of that? I was diagnosed with POTS, and I was sent to get, she diagnosed me, but to get officially diagnosed, I went to my cardiologist. She had to refer me to a cardiologist, and the cardiologist, commonly they do a tilt table test. I didn't do a tilt table test. He did a bunch of other tests. It was mostly like sitting, standing, while having like a blood pressure monitor and doing tests of my heartbeat. And it was checking, it was pretty much stuff I already knew, but it was watching how like my heart rate was increasing. Like I would lay down and then I'd stand up and then, or sit up, and then my heart rate would go like 40 beats per minute immediately on standing up. So things like that. My cardiologist diagnosed my my POTS, but I already knew I had it just by using an Apple Watch. Like for example, if I lay down, my heart rate will be like, you know, 60 or 90, and then I'll stand up and my heart rate will go 140 just from standing up. So But it depends on the day. Sometimes it doesn't do that. Sometimes it does. I will always stay away from Instagram. I was away from Instagram for like 3 or so years, and then I re-downloaded it. Like sometimes I re-download it for like 2 weeks, and then I delete it again. And I'm like, nah, I don't trust that stuff. Not, I don't trust it. Sorry, I don't think it's good for you. I'm on medication, and I find that I've been on medication on and off since my early 20s. So I've been depressed my whole life, but my parents were never into that type of stuff. So I never really went to a psychiatrist when I was younger. I only started seeking that for myself when I was a grown adult. So I went on my first psychiatric medications for depression when I was in my 20s, and then I've been on and off, and it never really helped me. And then I went on again recently last year, but I actually think what it's helping me most with is my OCD, and having my OCD a little bit controlled is making my depression more manageable because my OCD is not spiraling as much. That was making me more depressed because my OCD and anxiety was so bad. I take Trintellix. I don't know the generic name for Trintellix, and I take 150 milligrams of Wellbutrin or bupropion or whatever it's called. But that's just for depression, and I don't really know, it's fatigue, whatever. Trintellix really helps my OCD and anxiety, and it helps my depression a little bit. But the only thing that's really truly helped my depression, I feel like, is God. That's what's made the biggest difference, because I've taken Trintellix a few times in my 20s and it's never really done anything for me, but I feel like it's helped my OCD. But once I really got closer to God is when it made the biggest difference. And I really didn't want to have to be on medications, but I couldn't. My OCD was so bad I couldn't. But God also helped my OCD as well. Like, my OCD was bad. I don't like talking about it, but it's bad, and God really helped it. I get the question a lot about what is the cause of my depression. I don't have an answer. I still went to bed after my live last night. I still went to bed the same time I usually do, like 11:30. I'm not Greek, I'm Italian. I haven't been diagnosed with any personality disorder, but I've always, as I go older and I became more educated on personality disorders, I'm like 90% sure that I had borderline personality disorder. And I just didn't know. I'm pretty sure I had, borderline personality disorder. I don't think I have it anymore though, because I did a lot of work on myself. But I had like every like symptom of that, or every like every part of it. I wish I didn't have to scroll back every time. David, I also, my migraine doesn't have a label on it, but one of the ones that because they've been trying to figure out what kind of migraine I had for the past 10 years, and one of the labels that have been put on it at one point was daily persistent headache as well. And yeah, I just stopped explaining at a certain point. Actually, for a long time at the beginning of having headaches, I did stop telling people I had them because I felt like people thought I was lying to them. So I was just like, because they're like, what do you mean you still have a headache? I just stopped telling people, and I just like hid away from the world. Interesting, Mama Bear, but that your POTS tests are coming back as normal. Do you like get the do you get the like blackout fainty thing when you stand up? Is it possible maybe you just have chronic fatigue syndrome? Because a lot of people have like I have like very like diagnosable POTS, but some people have like psychosomatic POTS, and a lot of my illnesses are psychosomatic too. So it could be a psychosomatic, and psychosomatic doesn't mean it's not real. It means it's real, but it's not like it's better if it's psychosomatic. So I don't know how to explain that. Yeah, Jesus is amazing. Jesus is amazing, amazing, amazing. Jesus helped me so much. Jesus took my OCD from like destroying my life to like manageable. Yeah, Prozac or fluoxetine, which Prozac, fluoxetine, I took that a few years ago. I don't think it worked for me, but I had so many issues and I didn't have Jesus at the time, so I get regular lab work, yes. I'm not good at reading. I am not consistent in reading the Bible, unfortunately. I try, but I'm not good enough. I don't try hard enough, I guess. Never afraid to talk about Jesus. Never afraid. Jesus is the best thing that's ever happened to me. I don't know my subtypes of OCD, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not too sure about that. I'm Canadian. I see my mom the most. Thank you, Sovereign Radiance Creations. Appreciate you. Okay, I gotta scroll through some of this. I don't drink or smoke weed, no. I stopped drinking when I was like 20. Okay, hold on. I need to scroll through these. Okay, I'm at the bottom now. I think I always had OCD, but I didn't know. But it got a lot worse after like my psychosis. No more noises, no. I'm not frowning, this is just my face. Ketamine's too expensive where I live. Purple bean, that is the one of my main themes of OCD that I can't speak about. It's one of my main ones. I have a few, but that's one of them, and I can't speak about it. It's one of the ones I could speak about, but yeah, that's one of mine. I think my OCD has kind of like always been there, or my health anxiety, because I remember when I was like 19 or 20, I was in college, and I remember I was like convinced that I had an STD, and I went to, I was a virgin. I had never kissed a boy, and I was convinced that I had an STD. And I went to like a doctor and had like, I went to my male physician, and like I was really shy, but I like was like, please like look at me like down there, and like look at, like I was so ashamed to like have to like ask my no, I'm only into men, and like look at my female like parts and like tell me if I have an STD, because I'm like convinced that I do, even though I was a virgin and I had never kissed a boy or a girl, because I'm only into men. But since someone asked that, just to clarify, I've always like, I just, my brain, like OCD would like, I didn't know I had OCD, but like this wasn't even that big of a deal at the time. My OCD got worse and worse and worse as I got older, but I had these themes when I was younger. Like I would convince myself, I was like, that's the thing about OCD, is like you will like, when I say female parts, I mean like below the waist. Like I would truly convince myself like I have an STD. That's it. Like I do. But like it's not logical. That's the thing about OCD, is like you can create things in your mind that like don't make sense. But as I've gotten older, my logic has actually started to create sense. Like I'm like, I definitely like have cancer, and I am going to die. And like I would be at work. I remember like a few years ago, I would be at work in like a public industry, like I was just working at a store, okay, and like I remember like having breakdowns at work and like being like doing really inappropriate things. Like I was like crying. This is after my sister got cancer and I started going into like spirals of cancer, and I'd be like asking customers like when I couldn't hold together, I'd be like, aren't you afraid like that your family is gonna die? Like aren't you afraid that like everyone's gonna get cancer and die? Like I couldn't hold myself together. Like I literally like was constantly like I was like going into corners, like crying, like rocking back and forth. I was like, everyone's gonna die, everyone's gonna die. Like I can't talk about it because even talking about it is making me feel like I'm starting to panic and I'm gonna like start breaking down crying. But like it's bad. Yeah, like I can't talk about my OCD because like now I'm gonna start crying. Yeah, you're right, Tatiana. That like that's why I can't talk about it because like if I start to go down like those thought patterns, my brain starts to the way I've gotten away from them is like through God's strength, and also like I don't allow myself to like have those thought patterns anymore. I don't allow myself to like I don't allow my brain to go down those patterns. So I can't talk about it like as much as I would love to help have that exposure for people, like how I talk about depression on here, as much as I would love to help people how I improved my OCD, because when I'm telling you it was bad, it was way worse than I'm explaining on camera. And it's a lot better now. As much as I would like to help people, I can't, because I can't go back to talking about like where I was and stuff. Um, yeah, I'm an empath, but yeah, no, I can't. My OCD was, it's not good. And it's all based around like health and death and my family and myself, but more my family. And it's just constantly a fear of it. I just can't talk about it. No, I don't touch Adderall. I wouldn't touch that stuff. But I did take it for 10 years for ADHD. I'm sure Adderall would make my depression a million times better, but it would for everyone until it makes it worse after like 5 to 7 years. Adderall will, everyone's like, oh, Adderall Vyvanse makes my depression better. Doctors should prescribe Adderall. Oh, I take Adderall and now I feel like a regular person. Oh, I'm taking Adderall. Now, is this what it's like to be a regular person? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I've gone my whole life being struggling my whole life and now I'm taking Adderall and now my life is normal. No, you're not. That's not what normal life is. You're taking a prescription amphetamine. It's not the same thing, and it's gonna screw you over in 5 to 10 years. It's gonna screw you over. You're gonna downrate all your dopamine receptors and you're gonna be screwed over. Screwed over. I don't like that stuff. That stuff is absolutely awful for you. And I just can't stand all the YouTube and TikTok videos that are all people being like, I can't believe that everyone goes around and they function normally. And now I took this little pill of Vyvanse and Adderall and my life is amazing. Okay, congratulations on your prescription meth. Congratulations. I wish I never touched that stuff. And it's honestly like so good. It's so good for the first 5 to 7 to 10 years. It's gonna be great. And then it's gonna be bad because your brain is, it's gonna screw your brain up. It's gonna screw it up. Okay? Trust me. But no, they all think that as soon as you take your Yeah, exactly. They said they all feel great because they're whacked out. Yeah, they literally, but the thing is, they're in their delusion land. They think that when they take football eyes, astigmatism and football eyes, but they literally think that when they take it, that's what normal people feel like. No, no, normal people do not feel like they're taking meth. That is not what normal people feel like. Normal people do not feel like cleaning all day long. Normal people do not feel like normal people do not feel like talking everybody's heads off. You can always tell when people are on Adderall too, because they always like talk so much, or they're on Reddit and they write like paragraphs, or they're on like comments and they write so much, or they just talk so much, and you're like, oh, okay, so, oh, do you have ADHD by any chance? Like, yeah, I do. How did you know? Oh, I was just wondering, and you're medicated, right? Yeah, I am. Oh, but it's different for me because Adderall makes me tired. It makes me sleep. I can sleep on Adderall. Haha. So annoying. Yes, exactly. Addy is a meth addiction, and recovering from a meth addiction will take you like 2 to 4 to 5 years. 2 to 4 years. Like right now, I'm 2 years off of. No, in November, I'll be 2 years off of Vyvanse, and it's probably going to take me another 2 years to be normal. Even if you have ADHD, it's still doing the same thing to you. That's my whole point of what I'm saying. Everyone thinks if they have ADHD, it doesn't have that effect on them. It does, and it'll screw you over. I have ADHD too. Lots of people have ADHD. Half the population has ADHD, but even if you still take it, it's still going to screw you over. It's going to be really good for a long time, and then it's going to slowly like downregulate your dopamine receptors. And then like after like anywhere from like 5 to 12 years, depending on the person, on average, like I don't know, 5 to 7 years, it's not going to work properly anymore. And then you're going to need more, but if you're smart, you won't take more, but then it's just not going to work, and then you're just going to be screwed over, and your brain's not going to function properly anymore. Yeah, I know, Vinny. Vinny says it's unexpected to see me acting sarcastically like that. I know, I was being so rude. I don't usually act rude like that, but I just like get so irritated about the like widespread like prescription use of the legalized meth. It makes me uncomfortable. The doctor doesn't warn you of that because doctors aren't educated on this. This is stuff you have to do. Like this is stuff that you have to educate yourself on. And also, it's like personal. It's stuff you like learn on your own. Like if I didn't take this medication, I wouldn't like learn this stuff, right? So a lot of these doctors aren't taking it themselves, so they don't know. And if they are taking it, they probably don't want people to know because they don't want to get it like unregulated because they are like addicted to it. Okay, I have to scroll through this. There's too much here. Yeah, Adderall is amphetamine. And then everyone like argues that it's not. Yeah, it is. Yes, exactly. Sean says experience is the best teacher. That's right, correct. But if you're not intelligent enough, you can't come back from it. What do I think of incels? I have empathy for them. I think life is hard out there. I think they shouldn't take it out on people, but I have empathy. is Adderall the only drug that I've done? I don't know, it depends on what you mean by that. I'm a pretty straight edge type person. I'm not taking my necklace off. I am a child of God, and I have other necklaces I like, but I don't like taking this off because I wanted to keep God with me at all times. I like Oilers because it's my city, but I don't really care about sports, so. Thanks, Clover. Sometimes music has too much emotion for me. I don't think I have angel eyes. I feel like I have dead eyes. I feel like they look like they're gonna fall asleep all day. I wish that I have like an old iPhone, so the screen's pretty small. It's like hard for me to see it. I don't do drugs. I'm very anti-drugs. Thank you, Kristen. I don't know what FGM is. PSA, yes, I know a lot about dopamine in the brain. I'm very interested in neurology. I'm glad you understand what I mean, Michael. I like hugs from the right people, not just from anyone. I used to love Dr. Berg. I also thought he was so good looking when he had like his gray hair phase, and then you started dyeing it, and I was like, bro, you look good like that. Me and my mom were like, my sister got cancer, like, I don't know, 4 years ago, which she's good now, she's healthy now. We used to watch Dr. Berg all the time. Yeah, I think that I'll struggle. I'm not even 2 years from stopping. It wasn't Adderall, it was Vyvanse that I took, but and I didn't even take a high dose, and I never abused it. But I think I still struggle, and I'll probably be struggling for another 2 years. That stuff messes with your dopamine and like so much other chemicals in your brain that it'll probably, mostly dopamine though, but it'll probably be like 4 years before you're fully recovered. Yeah, I heard Dr. Berg is a Scientologist, but I don't usually really care if people are like a Scientologist or whatever their religion is if they're providing good information. Like, I'm not going to hate on someone if they have their own beliefs, if I think that the information they're spreading is fine and they're not promoting if they keep their religion out of it. And plus, I don't know if he actually is a Scientologist. It could just be a rumor. Honestly, I keep away from politics. I cut my own hair. When it was curly, I would cut my own because I would just like chop it. But when I got it chemically straightened, because my haircut was so choppy because it was curly, she like used a zzz, and she like did a straight cut. It's too bright. It's so weird, like getting the same questions all the time. Like, I can't expect people to like know everything about me, but it's just weird getting the same questions all the time. Welcome, Christian. Kristen, I guess I pronounced that wrong. Yeah, people just like to find problems with everything. I don't know what the resistance is. Don't take the Vyvanse. Don't take it. It'll be great, but don't take it. Yeah, I might like make a post out and be like, ask people. Well, I could ask Q&As. I don't know. I don't feel like it. Maybe eventually. I don't think I don't think I'm popular enough yet to have enough frequent Q&As. And also sometimes I don't feel like answering questions. Like you'll notice that like I get a lot of the same questions, but like I've been asked questions and I just won't answer them for a long time, and then one day I'll just answer them because sometimes I just don't feel like answering that particular question. Like I just won't feel like in the mood to answer that question. Yeah, I guess I am ignorant to Scientology. I don't really know what it is. Like I know it's not good, and they like fill up vials of energy and it costs you a lot of money, but that's kind of all I know it is. It's like a cult, but that's kind of the extent of what I know. But I also like don't really like don't do it. Like why are you doing it? Like don't. I don't know. Like don't. Hey Alex. I feel like I should close the curtains because it's so like my eyes are too bright. Jesus is Eckhart is Buddha is me. I wouldn't say like Eckhart Tolle. I wouldn't. Jesus is Jesus. Does migration affect your mental health as a woman? It's a big issue. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of in my own bubble. I just try and ignore everything because I can't deal with it. So I just don't think about anything. We don't have Jack in the Box in Canada. Wings? I don't know. Probably like teriyaki or honey garlic. I don't get them often. I don't get anything that costs like a lot of money. Not the wings are expensive, but they're too expensive for me. Like you guys, I'm not kidding you, and I'm like so cheap, because like I have to be in order to like survive. That sounds so dramatic. Like I can't really afford to like eat out, so I've never had that many wing flavors in my life, but probably like a sweet and sour teriyaki type flavor. It's not like I haven't had wings. Like I have. I just like they're good. I did dream. I was lucid dreaming last night. I always use my lucid dreams to like either eat or have sex. That's how I always use them. I wish I wasn't like that, but I can't control myself. I enjoy my lives. Like you guys are like my friends. Red pill. I feel like sometimes I shouldn't speak about things, but I kind of like agree with a lot of red pill stuff. So like I'd like to be very like red pill wife. Like I very much would like to be like cook and clean, praise your husband, praise your man, worship your man, and like serve him type of thing. I think because that's kind of, that type of stuff. I kind of believe in all that. Okay, I'm sorry. I look so materialistic. I'm like the least materialistic person ever. But it's probably because I'm combing my hair. But I'm so unmaterialistic. That's actually so funny. I'm not gonna defend that though because I don't really care. I love Eckhart Tolle. I read The Power of Now like over 10 times. As of like I started reading it like when I was 25 and I'm 30 now, so it's over time. I don't own this house. No, are you kidding me? Absolutely not. Not in this economy. Yeah, I lucid dream all the time. Ghost face Trila, I said I was cheap. Yeah, I am. So I'm not sure what to say about that, what you're referring to. Glad to have you here, Benji. I like curly fries. I don't have Snap. I have TikTok. It's Alina Pumpkin. Hi, Mimi. Welcome. I don't feel like talking about consciousness right now. A few years ago, though, I would have been all about that. I don't read the Bible enough. I look weird but in a cute way. All right. Don't have Instagram. Yes, I remember what I dreamed about last night. I dreamed about having sex with some guy. Like, not a real person. It was a lucid dream. So in my lucid dreams, I'll create food to eat, or I'll like try and find someone to have sex with. That's like literally all I do in my lucid dreams. It's like, well, that's what most people do in their lucid dreams, unless they have a lot of control over like it takes a lot of control to not do that. It's why is it still light outside for me? It's about 8 o'clock, I think. I don't know, I can't see the thing on my thing. Where I live, sun doesn't set till about 11. It's like, yeah, it doesn't set till 8. What is that clicking sound? Is it being annoying? Maybe it's my phone. I have earplugs in, so I can't hear anything because I don't like noise, so I can't hear anything. I'm sorry. It could be my tripod. If it keeps happening, let me know and I'll stop. Well, I couldn't be dreaming about any of you guys because I don't know what you guys look like. Now, could I? Good night. None of my neighbors know of my channels. My neighbors don't know me because I don't leave my house. And if I do, it's through the garage. So they don't know me. The one who hated me, actually that's not true. The one who hated me, they moved. And then my one neighbor, he knows me. He works in the army. He knows me, but he doesn't know like anything really about me. Why someone asked why do I think it's food or sex? I've talked about this in other videos and other lives, but it's like our human bodies, like our like spirits are like designed to like always be like unable to control ourselves. That's why like a lot of like religions or like spiritual like things always tell you to control yourself and to control your like your gluttony and like your lust, because if you can have control over that, you can have like control over yourself. And it's like it's not our gluttony and our lust is not just something random. It's like it's not just people say it's just primal. It's not just primal, it's spiritual too. So it's in the astral, it's in the spiritual. It's in the astral, it's in in your lucid dreamings. There's a spiritual aspect to it too. And it's like something that you can't really kind of like control, but if you can, you become like a master. You become like a master of the universe. Like not like a master as in like a god, but like you become like a master of yourself. So if you're able to control those things, you're able to, that's why like monks and like Buddhists, like they are able to control their sexual desires and like their greed and like all those things, and it makes you more powerful as a person. It's just like this thing that we can't control, and a lot of us can't control our lust, and it can't control our greed, and can't control our gluttony and all of those things. And that's why those are all like sins and all those things in all different cultures and all different religions, and not just one, whether you believe in this god or this god or this god. It's a spiritual thing. It goes really far. It's a whole conversation. It wasn't any of you guys in my dream. It was a lucid dream. It wasn't anyone. It wasn't like an astral dream. It was a lucid dream. It was like a non-real person. I created stuff in front of me. Like a lucid dream is like something where like I literally am like, I want chocolate cake. So I think I want chocolate cake, and then I imagine it behind a cupboard. I go to a cupboard, I open a cupboard, there's chocolate cake. So I create things in my dream. I lucid dream almost all of my dreams. Ever since I started astral projection, I have like very good control over my spiritual side. like the other realms, and then I don't astral project anymore because I tried to control it because it's demonic. But I would say when I remember my dreams, they're like, I don't know, 75% lucid. I'm thinking about my pizza. If you want a lucid dream, the good method would be wake back to bed. WBTB, wake back to bed. So search lucid dream, wake back to bed. Do it properly. Don't be a baby about it and do it properly. Whenever people try and lucid dream and they're like, you need to do wake back to bed, you have to do wake back to bed, and like search up what wake back to bed is. Pretty much like I haven't done it for years, but like once you learn how to lucid dream, you won't ever have to teach yourself to lucid dream again. You'll just lucid dream. So once you start lucid dreaming, you'll just start doing it. Wake back to, I'm not going to explain it because like not everybody cares, but like essentially you go to sleep, you set an alarm at like 3 a.m. You have to stay awake for like, I don't know, I don't remember, 60 minutes or something like that, and then you go back to bed. You have to lay on your back, and then you have to like stay awake, and then there's a bunch of steps, something like that. I don't know. I didn't teach myself to wake back to bed, but it's the same thing for astral projection. Where's my ponytail? Oh, it's in my hand. Okay. I don't need to eat more pizza. Okay. So I got this Costco pizza. Baby. No, I don't want to add anything. I just need it nice and simple. I think I need to package it up and put it in the freezer. Otherwise I'm going to eat this whole... Oh, I melted it way too much. It's too hot now. No, I don't want to add anything. I want it like this. Nice and simple. If I don't package it up now, I'm going to eat this whole thing. Let's block Lixon. Fabian, please. Thank you. If I can fit this. Oh, you guys can't even see. I feel like I should save some out to eat, but like I don't need to eat anymore today. Or do I? I'll just put this piece in the fridge and the rest in the freezer. I need to not binge. I used to have major binge eating disorder, and I would totally sit like in front of the TV and eat this entire thing. And I need to not do that. If anyone has binge eating problem, watch my video on how to stop binge eating. I had a really bad binge eating problem, and I don't anymore. All right. I'm gonna regret putting this all in the freezer. I wish I had it to eat. No. That's a big box. I'm not a small person. I'm 5'10". I don't want to add anything. Pizza. Hello. Is that an insult to Fabian? Because that's gonna get you blocked. I can't tell if that's an insult or not. I'm not really sure what that's supposed to mean. Yeah, I'm clingy. Hello, hello. All right, Fabian, you can put, Onyx is usually nice, so I'm not sure what's up, but you can put him in a timeout. I thought Lester got blocked. Wasn't that the one who said something rude? Yeah, I have to wear earplugs all the time. Earplugs, or I wear noise cancelling headphones without even anything playing. It's like really annoying, especially in the summer. Yeah, there's ghettos in Canada, but they're probably not the same in the States. Like, they're not unsafe. A little bit, but like not really. Okay. Yeah, I never turned the lights on, but when my landlord was trying to install the smoke detectors, it turned them on when he was turning the power generator, whatever you call that, circuit board thing on and off, and I just haven't turned them off. I'm always trying to save electricity. So I like never turn lights on. There's been a few women in the chat, so I don't know what's going on. Fabian can do what he wants. Fabian's my friend from before YouTube. Thank you, Tarrant. Best thing about Canada is probably like all the trees and nature. You're constantly surrounded by trees. Pizza in Italy is really good. I filmed a whole like Costco pizza video. I ate half the pizza in my car. Earlier today. I'll probably upload in a couple days. Edmonton, where I live, has some of the best water in Canada. I don't know why. Like tap water. Costco pizza. I'm not feeling like pickle juice because there's enough salt already. A little bit of bug is okay, extra protein. It's too hard to learn how to lucid dream. I wouldn't recommend wasting your time trying to learn how to lucid dream. No, I don't drive a Benz. I drive a Honda Civic, the same car I took my license in 2011. A very old 2006 Honda Civic. Last movie I saw was 28 Years Later. My car is worth like $4,000 Canadian, so like 250 grand US. I mean 2,500 grand US. My Civic's in rough shape, but it's good. I think Swollen members, aren't they from Edmonton? My parents were in like their wedding party or something. I'm gonna go wash my hands. I really like 28 Years Later. I grew up in like a middle class house, like type of house. Yeah, like a bungalow. I never really had a dream car because I knew I never would be able to afford one, so. I like guys who can play hockey. I'm gonna turn my screen brightness down. Hold on. Oh yeah, I'll definitely see I Know What You Did Last Summer. Fabian, what time is it for me? I should have just looked when I did the screen brightness. 8:44. Me and my sister will go see like any horror movie in the theater. Just like something to do. We just like seeing movies in the theater. We'll go see like any sort of like horror movie. No, I stay away from fungus. I got really heavy into the fungus years ago, and I don't touch that stuff anymore. I don't want to talk about fungus. If you guys notice, I don't ever, if people talk about it, I ignore it. I don't speak about fungus anymore. I don't do that stuff. I'm sober in all ways, even ways people think that, people like to think fungus is great. I used to agree. I don't think it's great anymore. And I just don't talk about it. I don't use it. If people leave comments about it, I don't answer. I don't have a genre that probably I feel like thriller. I don't think guys are creepy. Yeah, too easily labeled. I've had lots of supernatural experiences yet. This week I've done a few lives, but before this I haven't done it for like 10 months. I do nothing all day. Thank you, Carlos. Sorry, I'm flossing. I have like a flossing addiction, and I can't like eat and like just leave like the the bread in my teeth. Well, whatever food it is, I don't want it in my teeth. 304s. 304s are like people who sleep around, right? Ew. But like to each their own, but also like ew. Like I don't like judging people, but like also ugh. If that's what a 304 is. Although on that one video of me, everyone called me one, so. Yeah, I got these in a multi-pack from Costco. They're like Oral-B mint, but the mint doesn't really last longer than like 30 seconds. But the thing is about, if I'm correct about what a 304 is that it's one thing to like, I don't go around calling people 304s, and I don't go around judging people for like what they do. Maybe I do judge people, but like we don't need to be on the internet and like go around hating on people for what they do. Like, just let everybody do what they want to do. We don't need to have, like, why do we have to call them 304s? Why do we have to like have like, just let people do what they want to do. Like, go let them, if they want to go do what they want to do, go let them. I didn't have a bad trip. Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I just, ever since I've turned to God, I don't, first of all, I don't like to tell people what to do, because I've learned that everyone is going to have their own opinion. And also, if you told me any of the things I would say now, I wouldn't have listened to you. So I don't want to waste my energy trying to convince people of my beliefs now, because if I told me 5 years ago, I'd been like, you're wrong. Fungus is great. Fungus is spiritual. Fungus opens you up to great things. Fungus, fungus, fungus. Fungus is amazing. Fungus, so spiritual, so enlightened. Fungus is for the awakened people. That's what I would have said to me. Literally, if I came back into the past and said to me in the past, it was like, Alina, don't touch fungus. Fungus is demonic. Fungus is bad for you. Fungus is not good. Aside from the bad trip, my personal beliefs with Jesus is that fungus is, Jesus wouldn't do fungus. And if you're a follower of Jesus, you don't do that type of stuff. I don't do that type of stuff because I'm a follower of Jesus and I believe that I want to be sober. So I'm not going to sit here and like tell everyone else that it's a bad idea, because they're not going to listen to me. And they're not going to believe me, and they're all going to say it's really spiritual, and if you use it in the right amounts, it's great, and blah, 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 blah. So I'm not going to have that conversation with people because they're not going to listen to me, so I just don't care. So I just ignore them, because I'm not going to sit here and tell people what they don't want to hear. So I just say nothing. I have no idea what 304. I'm pretty sure. I'm just saying fungus as a euphemism for something, a word that I don't want to say, because I don't speak of that anymore. Okay, so... but yeah, regarding the 304s or whatever, I don't know, I just don't care. Yeah, I agree, cheap music. Like, I personally, like, wouldn't want, okay, that's what I thought, that it means that. I personally, like, don't want to be a guy who, like, I personally, like, when I find out, like, a woman has, like, been around with, like, a lot of men, like, I unfortunately like slightly like think a little bit less of her, and like that's an awful thing to say, because like I shouldn't think less of a woman, but like I kind of do. I'm like, don't you have like a little bit more respect than just like letting your body like be used like to that extent? Like, do you know what I mean? But I also like to think like, how about like just let everybody be themselves, you know what I mean? But I also kind of like get like kind of icked out. I'm like, it kind of grosses me out. Like, I don't know. Like, whatever. Just let people do what they want to do. But also, like, the other thing about it is, like, you don't know that's what people are. Like, ever since I uploaded that video about me saying I wish I had a boyfriend, every single person there was calling me a 304 and saying that, like, I sleep with, like, 3 guys every single week. And I'm like, where are you getting this information from? Like, no, I don't. I'm, like, quite literally the opposite of that. And it makes me think, like, all you guys are calling, like, you guys are calling women this, but like, you don't even know that girls are actually like this. Like, maybe you're just assuming that, because a bunch of people assumed that I was that and I'm not. So like, where are you even getting this information from? Like, the other thing is that like they say like, oh, like when a guy tells you like how many girls he slept with, like divide it by 3, and when a girl says how many guys she slept with, multiply it by 3. But like, I've never lied about my number, and I'm always scared that if I tell people my actual number, they're gonna like multiply it by 3, and I'm like, oh my god, if you multiply it by 3, like that's awful. And I'm like, do people do that? Like, do they lie? And I'm just like, I'm like, just like, you guys are all living in this weird like strange world that it's just like, what is everybody even saying? So like, why don't you just, everybody just mind your own business and just do your own thing, and like stop worrying about what everybody else is doing, and just like don't worry about it. But it's hard to, because it's like, because of social media and everyone's just being weird and stuff like that. I don't know. That's why I'm just staying away from all of it, because I can't trust anyone. And honestly, like, all these guys out there, they're literally like sleeping around with like everyone. And I'm like, I'm sorry, like, do you even see us as human anymore? Or are we just like literally just something you sleep with? Like, I don't even know. Bruce says, I think you're realizing that people like you. I'm not sure what you mean by that. There's people who like me and there's people who don't like me, but I haven't had any sort of realization in the past few minutes, if that's what you mean. Lester, you cool, bro? Okay, so a lot of people ask me questions that are just like, okay, let me just scroll to the bottom here. Okay, so a lot of people are asking me questions that are like, would you ever date a guy who is this? Would you ever date a guy who is this age? Would you ever date a guy who has depression? Would you ever date a guy who is this? Would you ever date a guy who is this? And they're asking me like for some sort of like characteristic if I would date. But I just want to say, it doesn't. It depends. Like it depends. Like it depends on the person. Like it's not about that characteristic or that like defining quality. It's like it depends on the person, because there could be 10 guys in a row who are all the same thing. They all have that quality that you're describing, that you want to know if I would date or not, but they all have different souls inside of them. It all depends on who the person is. So I don't know, it depends. I do have a type though. I do have a type, like I do have to be physically attracted to the person. But it's not like I'm getting like questions that are like I'm not going to be turned off. No, 1970s. I'm not saying that in a rude way. I'm trying to answer that question because I get it asked a lot. But I guess I get where you're coming from, because they're like, I guess you guys just want to know like my preferences, I guess, because some people are like super like specific. I think it's like I have a type, but like I would go outside of that type for the right person, I guess is what I'm kind of trying to say. I really want to get deep into those molars right now. Yeah, Rijardo. Andy says, I'm interested, having watched loads of Alina's videos. I fear she is feeding her own ego with the chats, etc., but they don't actually help her health in the slightest. It's only really been like this one that like people are kind of like, I guess anyone's doing anything that's ego feeding. The other ones are more like have been really like me struggling and people like trying to motivate me. So maybe like you weren't in those ones. Were you in those ones? Who said that again? Or maybe you didn't see those ones. Usually it's people just like supporting me. There's a few people who sometimes are kind of like being a little bit lustful, but not usually. It makes me just feel like I have friends. Instead of sitting at home like being sad and miserable, it's like I have something to do. Yeah, I like black guys. No, my family doesn't watch me live stream, thank God. I don't care about eye color. Okay, let's stop talking about like well, I mean everyone has an ego. I have an ego. What do you call it? Let's start talking about like like relationships or whatever. It's like this whole conversation. No, I like white guys too, Selena. I used to be specific about, I've never been with a black guy though, but I like them. We don't have a lot where I live though, so. All my boyfriends have been white. All the guys I've dated have been white. I'm trying to think if there's been someone else. Yeah, once you go black, you never go back. Yeah, I've only really been with white guys. Maybe like some like, yeah, no, just white guys. Yeah, Reg Hardall. Sorry if I RJ. I'm just gonna call you RJ if that's okay, or you want to tell me how to pronounce your name. It's not usually like this in here. Like usually it's more like tamed, and there's more women in here too. Like, or the men are more like not acting like this. I don't know what's going on today. It might be because I'm not as like depressed-y today, so they're not like trying to be as encouraging. It's just like I don't know what's going on here. I would never move away from Edmonton. No, I don't exercise because I barely move out of my bed. English is my second language. Just kidding, it's my only language. And also, I don't know why you guys are being thirsty for me because, okay, RJ it is. Because I literally like lay in bed all day and like sit on my couch. So, not much to be thirsty for. I guess it's just my like approval that you want. And also, do you know what the other thing I think is really strange? When people like, no, I'm single. When people want like not just mine, but like okay, what's going on here? When people want my approval, like when like not simping, but like when guys like want me or something in a chat, but like their picture of them isn't even like a picture of them. I'm like, how are you even getting any approval from this? Like your profile picture isn't even a picture of you. Like I don't even know what you look like. So like what are you trying to get here? Or they'll like send it, they'll like be like, I want you to be my girlfriend. And I'm like, I don't even know what you look like, buddy. Not that I would agree to it anyway, but like, why are you trying to get like it's just words. Like I don't, not that looks do matter though, right? Like a person has their body and their face attached to it. I don't know, I just think it's strange. Oh, come on guys, come on. Hey Keith, you're joining like I don't know what's going on right now in this chat. People are being strange. I don't drink caffeine. Like maybe once or twice a month. Looks aren't everything, but they're what make you attracted initially. I never get men who compliment me in real life, ever. Right, but why be thirsty for me if, like, you're not, like, I don't know who these people are. Like, you guys realize that it's just words on the screen. Like, unless, like, you have a picture on, unless you're coming around often enough and you have a picture on your screen, on your thing, like, I don't know who you are. Like, most of you guys have, like, pictures of things, like Carlos, for example. Like, I don't know who you are because you just have a picture that's not you. Colty 77, it looks like you have like an airplane or something. Okay, Colin, I know who you are. You've commented a lot, but you're always nice. You're never thirsty. You're just nice and encouraging. So like that's fine. And you've never been thirsty. So like whatever. But the people who are being thirsty, they almost, what's with this person in purple being asking about astigmatism? That's when you have like football pupils, I think. So for real though, like aside from me, what's with people on streams to girls being like simpy? Well, people aren't really that simpy to me, but like there's other streams, people being simpy, but they don't have a picture. So where's the validation in that? If it's not really you, it's just words. Like, yes, words are you, but like, don't you want like some validation for your appearance too? Yeah, Vinny, you've been around too, but see, the people who have pictures tend to not be thirsty. They tend to just be nice. But the people who are being like kind of creepy, not creepy, but like kind of like extra, they never have pictures. I mean, a lot of people who are don't have pictures of them are also just being fine, but the people who are being like hardcore and like won't give it up and are like asking me like really really persistent, they never have pictures. No, Sean, I recognize the people who have face pictures because I recognize those people because they're easy. I recognize those people, and if they comment a lot, I recognize them. And I recognize you, Sean, because you've been around a while now in my lives, like today and yesterday and stuff like that. But, how young are you, Josiah? Most of my viewers I find are like my age or older. Like my viewership is like, I have like no one under 25. Then you need glasses. Not the thirsty tax. Bro, there's no guys with girlfriends in here. If you have a girlfriend, go be with your real life girlfriend. I wish. Not girlfriend. I wish I had like a real life partnership. Is that you, Lester? Oh, Lester added a picture. It's hard to see. It's kind of small. Yeah, Vinny, yours has been there for like over a year. Noah, yeah, you're 22. You've been around for a while, so I remember you too. Vinny, you're 22. I didn't know you were that young. See, and Cheryl, you're chill. You're nice and kind. You've been around for a while. My arm is getting sore again from holding it up. Okay, I'm gonna have to scroll through it. Hold on. I have to scroll through and miss some messages. I mean, I could have another bad day. I'm 30. About to be 31 in September. When did we match on Hinge? And when did we connect? I barely ever have Instagram. Chad, gentleman, reincarnated. And when did we match on Hinge? Please tell me. I agree. If you're gonna be thirsty, put your picture. I would love to eat like 7 cupcakes in front of the TV right now. Jesus doesn't date, but I see where you're going. So when do we match on Hinge again? I am looking for an answer. There's this song that I've been obsessed with, but I don't know how to pronounce the band name because it's like German. I'm surprised a 20-year-old like Gen Z is watching like an unk like me. Can you be an unk if you're a female? Look, you guys don't have to add pictures of yourself. I'm just bugging y'all. Yeah, gentleman reincarnated. When did we match on Hinge? Because I only had it for 1 week in the past 2 years, so I'm just wondering if we just happened to match in that 1 week. So if you can let me know that 1 week that I was on Hinge, let me know. I like classic rock a lot. I do. I don't know. I have not dated a juggalo. I'm gonna be honest, like, none of you guys are ever gonna date me because you guys don't live in Edmonton. So, yeah. Let's just be real there. Oh, have fun tonight, Noah. Like, maybe if we met or something and we just also, we were attracted to each other and also, like, also we ended up in the same place, same time, and also we got along, and also this and also that, but okay, Chad Gentleman reincarnated, when did we meet? I mean, when did we match on Hinge? I agree, JL, we need a new topic. No, I have not been on Hinge in a while. It was not last week on Thursday. No, I don't have Hinge right now. I only had it for 1 week in the past 2 years, and it was not last week, like you said. Liar. No, I tried to do long distance with someone in Calgary, and it lasted like a week. I was like, bro, I need physical contact. This is not gonna work for me. I was like, let's not even bother. Imagine someone catfishing with my pictures. I don't even have pictures. Okay, new topic. It's not me. I don't have social media. Like, what pictures would they be using? Bye, Noah. Have a good night. Thanks for joining. Oh, I hate my eyes. Feel like I'm always gonna fall asleep. I don't even know what that words mean, which is weird because I usually know what words mean. Yeah, they're always trying to make it freaky. I don't know what you asked. I didn't think you asked anything. I'm not sure. Nah, Tinder's a waste of time. September 13th. I used to get ghosted all the time when I was doing dating all the time. Everyone gets roasted. I'm not. What? Annoying questions. Annoying. September 9th is the most common birthday. September 9th or September 11th is like the most common birthday in the world. So any birthday in September is super common. You missed a bunch of annoying people being annoying and trying to ask me stupid questions. Yeah, alone is good. For men, that might be how it is, but for women, guys will like talk to you a lot and then they just want to sleep with you and then they'll just like ghost you. Or if they find that they can't sleep with you, they'll ghost you for that. They just like on to the next, on to the next. So I just choose to just stay away because I just can't deal with it. Because they all just pretend, they all just act like they want something with you, but in reality they're just playing a game. And the minute that they sleep with you, they're like, oh, actually, now that I've achieved this goal, I'm not interested. But let's not talk about dating anymore. I'm so sick of this. All anybody ever cares about is dating and sex, love and sex. It's all people talk about, all people care about. My mom's remarried for like over 10 years now. 15 years. 15 years. I agree, Fabian. My mom and my dad are both remarried. I think it's like 9:30 or 9:15 or something. I have compassion for addicts, but also my last boyfriend was a fentanyl addict. I mean, my first boyfriend was a fentanyl addict, and he like stole so much money from me and like destroyed my life, and like he ended up overdosing, and he was just awful. And I feel like, yeah, it's fine. It only like destroyed me, but that's fine. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to talk about. I'm feeling like I can't entertain you guys anymore, so I think I should probably close the live because I'm not being entertaining. And thank you, Boo Trader. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to end the live soon because I don't really feel like being entertaining anymore, and I feel irritated from people's annoying questions. I haven't done my laundry. No, I haven't. It's just sitting there, lurking. Was sitting there rotting. I'm also just tired. Like I just like, had a long day. My mom's at home with her husband and the 2 cats. I'm not going because of the chat. I'm just feeling like I'm feeling kind of like irritated, but it's not really because of the conversation. I'm just like, sometimes I feel like I just feel tired. Like I'm always kind of tired. I could go do laundry, but like I could leave the camera up and do laundry, but like I'm probably not going to be entertaining. I'm probably just going to do the laundry. But the laundry will take me longer than like a few minutes. It might just be like literally 10 minutes of me putting away laundry. So I won't be like talking in the chat. So I'm not. I don't want to put it on sub only because then I'll get people like, I don't want to like force people to sub. And like, sub if you want to, don't sub if you don't. I don't want like people who sub and like don't watch. If you want to know how I afford this, I talk about it in my last live in the first like 10 or so minutes, and it's pretty much that I use my savings. I'm like depleted all my savings, and it's rent, not own. I could put my laundry. Maybe when I decide to end this, I'll just leave it on live, and I'll just well, I also live in the suburbs, so like the suburbs is a lot cheaper than downtown. Like for example, 5 years ago, like okay, I'm 30 now and I've been living here for 5 years. And when I lived downtown in my early 20s, so like age 20 to 25, 26, my rent there is the same as this place. And the place I used to live in was like no garage, small, like old in the ghetto, like homeless people lived on the front doorstep, like drugs all on the ground everywhere, needles on the ground everywhere, and the cost of rent was pretty much the same. So like keep in mind, like I live in the suburbs, so like I live on the outskirt of the city. So rent's a lot cheaper the further away you get from downtown. So a lot of people like don't consider that part of it too. So like I also live in a cheaper city. I look a lot younger than I am right now because of the lighting. So it all depends. It depends on the video. Certain lighting, like right now I'll look younger because the lighting is diffused, so you can't see like, I guess like my wrinkles or the lack of like volume in my face or something. But maybe if you see me compared to a 25-year-old, I will look, how much is my rent? My rent is $1,600 a month. And plus utilities. 1,600 Canadian though. And then utilities and like internet and stuff. No, it's not that bad. It's a lot though, but like it's using my savings. I look younger sometimes and I look older other times. Like some people say I look like I'm 50. Like I looked in that video, yeah, like I could live somewhere cheaper. Like people are like, why don't you move somewhere cheaper? It's like, well, first of all, like my rent's a little bit cheaper because I've been living here for longer. If you lived in one of these places that I live in now, it would be more expensive. But because I live here for a long time, I don't know if we have food stamps. If I lived here for if I moved into this place now, like another unit here, it would cost more. But because when you live at a place for a long time and like your landlord lets you keep the same rent price, so that's kind of what's happening. Like my landlord has let me keep, I spend like so little money on food. Like I'm so frugal, you guys. Almost all of my money goes to rent and utilities and my car insurance. And I've had the same car since I was 16, and I paid for that car by working full time, and it was like a $5,000 car. And I buy like nothing. I talk about this a lot. I talked about this. If you want more details on this, watch my last live. I talked about it like for like 10 minutes. And yeah, I'm really frugal. I barely spend any money. I won't buy McDonald's. Like a Big Mac is $5, $6. I won't be buying it. Too expensive. You won't be seeing me buying it. I'll only buy it with a coupon for like $4. And $4 is actually like $3 or $2 of your guys' American dollars. Like I'm talking like I am cheap. I drive a 2006 Honda Civic with like the mirrors broken, the sun visor's missing, like it's falling apart, but like I just don't spend my money like at all. I don't like go out much. Like I spent $10 on that McDonald's sandwich, and I was like, this is the most expensive thing I've ever bought in my life. I only like, I grew up with a mom who made dinner for us every single night. I always make food for myself. I always cook for myself. I eat cheap things. I eat eggs. I eat tuna. I eat vegetables. Not always vegetables. Rice. Like I eat cheap food. I don't buy food. I don't eat out. It's always like a special occasion if I eat food out, and like spending $15 on a meal is like, it's like I don't do that often. Like I went with my cousins for dinner last week and I spent $16 at the place I am for dinner, and it's like that was like a splurge for me. And then I got bubble tea after, and that was like $7, and that was like not something I do often. So like I'm very frugal with my money. Almost all my money goes to living in my home. And sure, I can move somewhere a little bit cheaper, but like I'd have to pay for like a moving van and like Yeah, I'm like really, 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 really frugal. It's like, I would say it's very impressive. I'm really, really good at it. I always have been. I save my money. But the thing is, I had a lot of savings and now I don't because I've used it for like, to pay for rent and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just irritating because then people are like I probably shouldn't have said how much my rent is because then people are going to be like, you can, if you want to send me money, you could send me money on like, what do you call it? Buy me a coffee. But I'm not like begging for money or anything like that. If you want to, I appreciate it because buy me a coffee doesn't really take a cut, whereas when you send money on here, it takes a cut. But what was I going to say? What was I saying? Oh yeah, I probably shouldn't have said how much like my rent was because I feel like if I say anything on here, like first of all, it's here forever now, and then people are gonna be like, oh, like she's like saying she's struggling, and then her rent is she's living in a place with rent at $1,600 and she's struggling, and it's just like okay, like I made my choices and you make yours, and like I don't spend any money on anything. And like maybe you go and buy Starbucks. I don't. I have like one Starbucks drink a year. And like you go and buy McDonald's. I don't. Like I do once in a while, but like yeah, and $1,600, can someone convert that? Like what is that in American dollars? Keep that in mind. That's American, that's Canadian dollars. So that probably is like that's probably I don't know, 1,400 American. Someone tell me. So just everyone just like has their like comments, but just like okay, I'm living like paycheck to paycheck, but like not really paycheck to paycheck because I'm like using my savings, but like I'm choosing my choices, and like my choice is like I use my money towards. I spend so much time at home, so instead of like putting my money towards outside activities, I use my money to live in a nice home. It's important to me to have space, to have a nice home, to live somewhere that like I enjoy living, and to be honest, like when I moved in here, I was making more money. Okay, so Joseph just said that my rent is $1,160 in US dollars. So exactly. So it's actually a lot cheaper than you think. So yeah. And you have to keep in mind, people will be like, well, how do you get such a nice place for that cheap? How do you get such a nice place for under $1,200 a month? Well, first of all, consider that my utilities aren't included. So I don't know how it works in the States, but here, like in a place like I live, like this, utilities are not included. So there's costs more on top of that. Water, electricity, gas, all that stuff, internet, all on top of that. I have to pay for that on top of that. And then also I try to like purposely like not use a lot of water. I keep my lights off all the time. Like I have them on because they're on today, but usually I'm like lights off, lights off, lights off, lights off. Like no lights. Like I'm super like sketched out about because I'm like keep my electricity as low as possible because I'm literally like scrounging every single penny. I don't need to, but like that's how you be frugal. It adds up. $20 every month adds up. And then my water, I'm like okay, like don't only run the water as I need to, like whatever. But also keep in mind, no air conditioner. I can't afford no air conditioner. And speaking of air conditioner, in the winter, it's freezing here. I keep my temperature like low. I keep my temperature cold. And then I wear like heated socks. I have like chargeable heated socks. And then I wear like leggings and sweatpants and sweaters to keep myself warm so I can not spend any money on electricity. Like I'm frugal, okay? Like a crazy person. People come into my house and they're like, what the heck? Why is this icy in here? I'm like, because I'm cheap, okay? I'm not paying extra $50 a month to keep my house warm. I'm not doing that. I pay the bare minimum. Like, I don't think people get it. I probably should. If I start making more money one day, I'll pay more so I'm not so freezing. But I'm like bundled up with a blanket and I'm like, I'm not paying. And then, yeah, it does. It adds up. That little meal, that little coffee, that like, the electricity, it all adds up. People waste their money. They do. I've been getting by like slimy little slime ball, sliming by with my money. like, because I just don't spend anything, and I just don't buy anything. But I also keep in mind, like, I don't really care that much about my appearance. So like everyone I know is like, I keep my temperature, I use in the winter 17. So you have to convert that. Can someone convert to what 17 is for? It's 17 Celsius is for you guys uh for American Fahrenheit. Can someone convert that? And then also, yeah, 68. I don't know. I don't really shop too much. So like I have a few, I have like 4 or 5 like hats, but I bought these back when I had like a full-time job and I had money. So like I just keep using my same hats, and like all the girls I know, they're all like new stuff, new purses, new this, new shirt, new clothes, new this. And I'm like, stop it, stop buying so much stuff. And they're like, I need my stuff, I need my clothes. They care about fashion. I don't. I luckily never cared about that stuff. If I did, I probably would be suffering. But I'm like, I don't need stuff. What do I need stuff for? I hate stuff. I know if you look at my house, you're probably like, oh, you have tons of stuff. Well, I actually don't. All of my audience is American because American has more population. So I do have Canadians, but American just has more population. Also keep in mind that, 17 degrees is 63 Fahrenheit. So yeah. Yeah, see, I would love to just have no stuff. Most of the stuff I have is because I bought it a long time ago when I used to be a bit of a consumer. Like, when I first moved in here, the only thing I really bought was this couch. I bought this couch. I spent a lot of money on this couch. It was like $3,000, so that was a lot of money for me. But I wanted a nice couch because I gave my sister our old couch because we lived together, and I let her have that one because I was making a lot of money at that time, and I'm like, you can have it. And then this type of place downtown would cost like triple the price. So like you have to really keep in mind, I live on the outskirts, okay? Like people always like, people don't understand things. People always are like, they don't, I don't know, couch, did I emphasize it? But like they just always put things into like their own little perspective, and it's like, oh, like how, like blah blah. Like I live in Edmonton, okay? I live in Edmonton. Things are cheaper here, so keep that in mind. I live on the outskirts of the city. Keep that in mind. If I went downtown, things would be like triple the price. Like there's more story. There's more to the story. There's always more to the story, and people like to fill their own little things into things. Edmonton's not really remote. I mean, I guess it's like landlocked because it's like there's Edmonton, there's Alberta, which is like the size of like 7 or 8 of your states. So Alberta is our province, aka your guys' is a province for us is a states for you guys. So Alberta is the size of like, I don't know, like 8 of your guys' states. And then we only have like 2 real cities in there, Edmonton and Calgary, and they're like 3 hours apart. And then there's like maybe like a few other cities in there, like small ones. There's like, so Edmonton, 3 hours down from Edmonton. So there's this big province. It's the size of like 8 of your guys' states. So there's, it's just like pretty much like trees. And then there's Edmonton, 3 hours down from Edmonton, there's Calgary. And then there's like 3 hours, or like an hour this way, there's like Banff, which everyone knows what Banff is. And then like 4 hours away from Edmonton, there's Jasper, which is similar to Banff. And then there's like a few other cities that are like, they're like towns. There's like Fort Mac, there's like Lethbridge. There's like these little small, like, they're like nothing. They're like nothing. We don't even consider them. There's really only, yeah, Lethbridge, Red Deer, Airdrie, like these, the random places, like they're whatever. But really it's just Edmonton, Calgary, those are our 2 cities. That's it. Those are only 2 real cities. And there's our tourist places, which are Jasper and Banff. And they're just tourist places. And honestly, Jasper is not really that popular. It's Banff that's popular. So yeah, why was I saying that? I don't know. Someone was asking about Edmonton. But yeah, Banff is beautiful. But Banff is like so expensive, like for us, like in Edmonton, like for us to go there, it's so expensive because it's like $300 a night to stay there. So it's like people are like, oh, you're so lucky you live in Edmonton, you're by Banff. Yeah, okay, well not really, because it costs us like so expensive to go there. So, and it's like if you live in Calgary, it's only like an hour drive, but if you live in Edmonton, it's like a 4-hour drive. So it's pretty far and it's expensive. But Banff is beautiful. Me and my sister used to go a lot. We would just like drive in the summer and just go because we were like young and like in our early 20s, and we would just like drive, and hotels were more affordable back in then. I've never been to Toronto. I've traveled quite a bit in my life, but not really within Canada. Yeah, I bet Toronto's amazing. I've been to Vancouver a few times. I used to want to move there when I was in college. I was like the plant, like when you're like young and you have like these like plans for yourself. Sorry, I'm not responding to cancer things. I don't really like talking about it. Italy is nice. I like the way my hair feels in a ponytail. No, we don't have accents in Edmonton. We sound just like people from California. Although people seem to say that the way I say couch is weird, but I mean, I don't know because you can't hear your own accent. They say the way I say couch and house is weird, but I don't know. Laundry time. Oh, it's been sitting there for like 2 weeks. Amazon. But they're like compression socks because they're like not super comfortable because they're like tight. I just want to wear like fuzzy like slipper socks. But that's all they sold. I wore them like when I would go snowboarding and stuff too. We have to charge them pretty often. It's not rainy anymore over like in the west. It's not. I'm in the west too. It's not rainy in the west area that I'm in. It's in Edmonton. Our sun doesn't set till like 11 in the summer. Should I go in do the laundry? I'm not going to be talking if I do the laundry. That's the thing. I don't want to do the laundry. Nah, Fabian immediately saying yes. Sorry, I'm not responding to a lot of people. BC is nice. You guys are close to the water. Good sushi, cheap sushi. All right, laundry it is, my friends. Laundry it is. Let's bring my stuff with me. I have to put my hat away. Chargeable socks, Amazon. I go to bed before midnight. Does Canada have little water fountain in the bathroom by the toilet? One of my friends been there for like a bidet? No. I have one, but like I put it in myself. Like it's installed to the toilet. Okay, whenever I wear like baseball caps, everyone's always like, "Oh, like you're like whatever team like fan." And I'm like, "No, bro, I just like the hat." It's so funny. But anytime whenever I wear a different hat, everybody always thinks I'm a fan of the team. I'm like, "No, no, 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 I just like the hat." No, not the parasites, not the wormies. Okay. Oops. my meds. I don't want to do the laundry. I don't want to do this. Yeah, only jack-o'-lanterns. Be right back. Yeah, those mirror lights are like 10 years old. They're just like the little string USB lights. I never turned them on, but because the breaker got switched, they went on automatically. Because I don't like people. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm autistic, yeah. Does anyone else like really struggle with maintaining, keeping, like changing their sheets? I used to change my sheets every single Sunday. Every Sunday. Now it feels like the hardest thing to do. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't change them every week anymore, that's for sure. I would be embarrassed to tell you how often. But that's like depression for me. Because I'm a bit of a clean freak, so I don't like that I'm going longer than a week, but I definitely do. It's just so much work. And with the king size bed, like there's so much of them. And like, especially like the duvet cover and like, oh, taking it undone. I can't believe I used to like be one of those girls who has like 500 pillows and I'd wash them every single week. I was so like perfectionist about everything too. Like why do I have so many sheets? Yeah, most places in Edmonton we have laundry, in-house laundry. It's like kind of like odd to not have it almost. If I didn't, I'd go crazy. I just can't believe I did it every single week for like 10 years. Can't believe I'm 30. That's crazy. I was just 20. I wasn't just 20, but I was like just 25. That's for sure. The internet makes you feel like that you're like a waste of space after you're 30 as a woman. I know, who cares what the internet thinks, but... Why do I have this pillowcase? I didn't remember using this. Interesting. I have a jack-o'-lantern tattoo. Most people know that though. Fabienne, you're like 34. I don't remember. Yeah, I guess 34 a few years ago. Thanks, ASMR. Just going snail pace. Age is just a number, but also like it does make us look older. Mostly people are older on here because they're the only ones who find me attractive. Like younger guys probably wouldn't find me attractive. Yeah, now that you're saying yawn now. I've always had low self-esteem. I was really kind of like ugly when I was a teenager. I was also overweight. I know people are like, I bet you weren't ugly when you were a teenager. I was. So I've always had low self-esteem. I'm 30. Those are all my kitchen towels. I have to go downstairs. So let's just set those at the stairs. Focus socks. I was born in 94, yeah. I'm not gonna wash these tonight because that'll take too long, like washing and drying. I guess I could hang them to dry, but I'll wash my face. surprised to see an 18-year-old in here. No, don't keep saying excuses. It's like probably 10 o'clock. What time is it? 10 o'clock. Disaster. Usually this like whole situation is usually always really clean, but it's a disaster right now. I usually keep my bathroom clean, but wash my face. Good job, me. I don't know if I should like. It's weird. Okay. Yay! It's like iron, toothbrush charger, hairbrush, melatonin, medication, body lotions. They're mostly like empty containers. Lip balm, floss, water bottle. We're not talking about dating and like that type of stuff. They talked too much about it earlier in the chat, and it's just too much now for today. About your bed. Come on, guys, chill out. Control yourself. Like, think it, but don't say it. Think the place. I get thinking it. I have those thoughts too. Think it, don't say it. Resist the urge. Resist the temptation. I have to put earplugs back in. It's too noisy. They're microbladed. My eyebrows are microbladed, so there's like tattoo underneath them. I got them done like 5 years ago. So there's like only a little bit of hair. I was kind of born with sparse eyebrows. Rose water, just like from the grocery store. Yeah, my ears are probably like plugged up with earwax for sure. Yes, I am diagnosed with that, Sean. A lot of girls have microbladed eyebrows, like a lot. It's very, very, very common. Like more common than you'd think. Even someone like me who like is super low maintenance has eyebrows microbladed. Renee. I have peroxide, but I don't use it unless like I get a pimple, but I almost never get pimples. So because I always use Retin-A. If I didn't use Retin-A, I probably would get pimples. Nah, tattooed eyebrows is like super, super, super common. You'd be surprised how many people have it and you have no idea. Moisturizer, CeraVe. It's not Halloween decor, it's just jack-o'-lanterns. I got my eyebrows tattooed for the first time in 2015. I got like, last year I went to the doctor and they like did the water thing in my ear to get the earwax out. And all this earwax came out. It was great. It was really great. I've been wearing earplugs for like 5 years every day, but before I used to work at night. But I become really, really, really sensitive to sound, so I wear them all day long. If I'm not wearing them, I'm wearing like headphones, because I'm watching TV or listening to music. But I can't handle hearing sounds. They like really, really, really upsets me. So I just have like a lot of earplugs. They're just like little silicone ones from Amazon. But I definitely like have, it causes like a lot of earwax buildup for sure. I'm probably gonna end live soon. Bedtime. Well, like, I have to brush my teeth though. I don't know, I've been flossing every single day since like I was a teenager. But I didn't floss before that. And then I had like a tooth problem, so I'm missing a back tooth. Like, I have a whole tooth I had to get removed, and then ever since that day I was like 17, and now I always floss. Do you see it? Right here. I'm missing a tooth. Right there. And that's because I was like scared of my dentist when I was younger because he was kind of mean. So then I switched dentists, and then now I always floss. Yeah, I have my wisdom teeth. I'm not gonna smile if you ask me to smile. Bye, Elliot. I love flossing. I love it. I have a variety of different floss like sticks. All give me a different experience. They all have a different experience between the teeth and the gums. Each pick is different. Each floss string is different. Ooh, I have favorites. I have ones I like more. I have ones I like less. I don't go somewhere without floss. If I'm somewhere without floss, I will buy floss. That feeling of that floss going in between your teeth. Oh, baby. One time, me and my sister were in Mexico, like years ago, like 7 years ago, and we were sharing a room together, obviously, and she was like, she gave me a time limit of how much I could floss per night because it was annoying her. And I only got 20 minutes a night that I was allowed to floss. So that was hard on me. But then eventually I learned how to floss like silently so I could floss as much as I want without disturbing people because it's the most favorable thing. I love flossing. It's not that it takes me more than 20 minutes, it's just that I enjoy it so much. It's such an experience. I floss from morning to night. What do you want me to do again? You guys are angering me. Oh yeah, I floss all day. Like 20 to 30 times a day. Absolutely a flossing addiction. It's been going on for like 13 years now. Body snatchers. Guys, I'm trying to talk peacefully about one of my passions, and you guys are asking me inappropriate things. Oh, when I was hissing? Yes, I hiss at people when they upset me in real life or over text. Anything could be a passion. I am angry because people are upsetting me, telling me to smile. You guys are missing out on flossing. You should be scared. You upset me. Snake lady, I like that. You guys are being mean to me. Thank you, Ryan. I love the snake emoji. I send it to people when they upset me. No, flossing is a passion. That wasn't bothering me. Thank you, Ryan. Do what Ryan says. Don't turn it to something that it's not. Oh, flossing is so good. What's bothering me was people telling me things like, why do you always look sad? Or why are you so grumpy? Or why are you so mad? Or telling me to smile more. I don't know what else made me mad. Something else. I don't remember. I don't know what sponge floss is. Is it like the weaved floss? But let me tell you, flossing, there's so many different varieties of floss that you can get. And they all give you different experiences that they're just good. And I used to be very particular, and I still am. And I have a few different varieties in my house at all times. And you know when people like to like go try different like beers or different like stuff, I like to try different flosses and see what type of different experience I might get. The feeling of sliding that thing into your teeth and it pushing against your gums. Like, hey Steven, and just like it squeezing in between your gums. Hey Christopher. No, I don't like incense. I don't like smoky stuff. 130 views is pretty average. I would say it ranges between like 104 to like 130 something. This is definitely the higher end. Listen to his you describe your one. Sorry, I guess I'm hissing because sometimes I forget that it's like I'm letting out who I really am. Because I don't feel as depressed today, who I really am is coming out. Do you know what I mean? Like my true identity. My gums probably could be worse. And probably are not that good because I overfloss. Is angry. The hiss is the anger. It's half cat, half snake. Because when people upset me, I just want to hiss at them. Not in real life, but like over text. But I do it in my head kind of at the same time. And if it's the right person, I'll do it to them in person. But because I'm not because I feel like, hello Dave, the person who doesn't know why you watch the stream, but yet you're here anyway. Welcome. I don't really read novels. I'm more of a non-fiction type of person. Yes, true, Alina. Spooky Alina. Only like people I really know. Like I would hiss at like someone I really like my sister or like my mom or like my dad, like people who like, yeah, it's like a warning. Exactly, it's like a warning. Like people that I really like if they say something I don't like as like a joke kind of, I'm like you know, like letting them know, be careful. I haven't bitten you yet, but watch it or else. It's also like part vampire, part cat, part snake. Like, as if I'm not the only one who does things like this. We're all a little strange. We don't talk about that, Anthony. I don't talk about those things. I've definitely hissed at people. But like people that I like. I think I should probably go to bed soon. Canadian. Meow. Aw, kitty. Yeah, but I have to brush my teeth. I already washed my face, but I have to brush my teeth and close my blinds. Put my AirPods in and like put my sleeping podcast on. Lay in my sleeping position. What time is it? 10:17. Last summer was really hot in Edmonton. It was like heat waves. It was so bad. It was like 40 degrees. This summer so far hasn't been too bad. My sleeping podcast right now, like last year I used to listen to like the psychosomatic like health one. This year right now I'm listening to like this like one. It's called We Only Look Thin. It's like this couple like in their late 40s, early 50s, and they just talk about like their weight loss struggles. It's just like comforting to me. I like the couple. They're like nice and stuff, and they just talk about like stuff they've gone through with weight loss. It's called We Only Look Thin. Alberta, yeah, Edmonton. I would head out in a couple minutes. Oh gosh, I couldn't even imagine 3 digits. As someone who doesn't have AC, I do not like when it's too hot. Our summer last year was awful. It was like really, really bad. This summer has been tolerable. Oilers. Last call, friends. This is like a beautiful, it's called Sleepy from Lush. It's so nice. I use it very sparingly. I put in this little tiny little pot. It comes in a big one, but I put in a little tiny one. My nighttime lotion smells so good. Fabian, have you tried Sleepy from Lush? I don't know if you would like it. Maybe you got it for your mom though. Sleepy. It's like the purple one. I won't fall asleep for a while. I have to like take my melatonin, just a 1.5 milligram. Little baby. Listen to my little podcast. I wash my, if you return back on this live, I wash my face. You can wash. Oh, actually I didn't show you what I washed, but the last live I showed you what I wash my face with, but it's just Cetaphil or CeraVe like gentle hydrating cleanser. It's just like a cheap like, it's $20, so it's not that cheap, but it lasts me for a year. It's like the big bottle. Sometimes it goes on sale. It's cheaper in the States. It'll be like $12 in the States. No, it doesn't help me sleep. People say it does, but no. You shouldn't take so much melatonin. The less melatonin you take, the more it'll help you. Kitties. Kitties. I love cats. Thanks everybody for joining the live today. I appreciate you. Creamsicle sour shower gel. Which one's creamsicle? What's creamsicle? Oh, not you getting the luxury boxes. Nice. I've never gotten a subscription box from Lush before. They're kind of expensive. I'd rather just like, I feel like I'd rather get like just something that like choose a thing, you know? Did you order it? Plus, I don't always want all the items. I usually just like want one or two items. So I'm like, I don't want to get the whole box, you know what I mean? Aw, that's nice of you. Jealous. There was the February box, or there was like this box that had some really good. There's a few boxes that I get excited for. Also, they have like the limited edition sprays coming out right now. They have the Super Milk spray and the Karma spray that I really, 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 really want. My septum ring, I have like a retainer in my septum ring, so I have a piercing still in it. Do you see that? Like, I took my septum ring out last year, and I've been wearing a retainer in it the whole time. Bro, that's way too expensive to use as a car freshener. You're crazy. My sausage fingers? Nah. I'm purposely not going to smile for you guys. Because I hate when people tell me to smile. Sorry, I smiled by accident. You guys weren't allowed to see that. Meow. Kitties. Love kitties. Okay, good night, everybody. Thanks for joining. Meow. Good night. night. Thanks, Fabian. Oh. Sweet dreams. Good night. I'm sorry to hear that, Steven. I'm so sorry. It's awful. Good night, everybody. Good night. I listen to podcasts to go to sleep. I used to listen to music. Good night. Good night. Bye. Bye. God bless. Jesus loves you. Bye, everybody. Goodbye. Nobody's leaving. Bye. Love you. Goodbye. Love you. Bye. Bye. Here we go. Some people are leaving. Bye-bye. Love you. Bye.